Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
Cause this is Sports Life Talk.
hey, hey.
Rock it with Sports Life Talk.
Life Talk.
Hot topics
Yeah.
with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Here we go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown all podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Miss Manhattan. Gemini Jones holds the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, I'm out to the south. From the cover athletes to the yeet of the week, we got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets, from copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pour you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin.
Let's go.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Sports Life Talk, where life of the health sports is just talk. It is Wednesday. Y'all, I ran back over here.
April the 28th. Come on, Pamela.
April 28th, and we are so glad that you are joining us again on this lovely Wednesday evening. This is episode 91 entitled Worm. But before we get to all that, let me introduce who we have this week, as if y'all don't know us. But anyway, to the right of me, I have Mr. United Surge.
Yes. What's going on, my people?
Russell Wilson. Under me, I have Jose Rose Cup, Coach KT. Sure wish I had a hat, but it's okay. I guess I'll just do me. All right, and then of course we have Mr. Mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Level Up.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes.
I need everybody who's under the sound of my voice. Y'all ever heard that bring a friend to work day? Or bring I need everybody to stop what they doing, hit that copy button, run back to their iMessenger or their Android, whatever they got, and send this out to a friend. Let's get this thing cracking tonight. Let's get this thing popping. Tell a friend. Let's spread the message right now. Let's get this thing going. And don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely. Sportslifetalk.com. I cannot get my camera right, y'all. What is going on? All right.
It's that ruby red lipstick you got on.
All right. So this is episode 91, quickly approaching episode 100. Ooh. But it is titled Worm. And our cover athlete is none other than Mr. Dennis Rodman. So, KT, tell us more about the Worm.
Dennis Rodman got the nickname the Worm because he was one of the fiercest defenders in the league back in the early 1990s. Rodman was crowned as Defensive Player of the Year on 2 occasions while playing in the NBA. He also led the NBA in rebounds per game for a record 7 consecutive years and won 5 NBA championships. Rodman played for the Detroit Pistons, San Antonio Spurs, Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles Lakers, and Dallas Mavericks. The Worm was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2011. So, B. Jones, what kind of Worm trivia do you have for us?
Well, before I give him some Worm trivia, I think the Worm is probably one of the most definitive athletes in our country, and not for his athletic abilities. He transcends every single storyline or every single plot we could ever think about. Worm was the bad guy at one point in time. Worm had bipolar issues or some sort of mental health issues in which he had to come back from. Worm wasn't highly recruited at all, which Kevin, I don't know if we touched on that, but he wasn't highly recruited, so he was just a success story from somebody who had to grind it and work it out and take a lesser abilities and make it greater. So I just want to say the Worm to me is always the epitome. He's won championships with different teams. I got to give him hats off, and he 100% deserves the namesake and to be the cover athlete for this episode. But with that being said, I just talked to you about how good his story is and how many accomplishments Dennis Rodman has. But one of the things he has done, you can't find it in a stat sheet or a box score. In his his 20-year-old daughter, Trinity Rodman, who is the future of U.S. soccer star and has been since she was 10 years old. She was just recently drafted as the youngest player in the NWSL history and considered an elite scorer. For a t-shirt, my question to SLT Nation: Trinity has been the best wherever she plays, a scoring machine. But give me the name of the team that she was on, but she never scored a goal. Go be the first to our website, sportslifetalk.com. And I must have had some of that what Pam was drinking. But be the first to go to our website, get that answer correct, and I will bless you. And no, this is not a Dallas Cowboy colorway. This is just a Navy colorway. And I'll bless you with
no, it's okay, man. It's okay.
It's not. I heard Serge in pre-show. B. Jones got on a Dallas Cowboy colorway.
I mean, hey, that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. So we're gonna roll with that, man.
No, we're not. No, we're not, man. Thank you, Miss
So
Adams.
let's clarify on this trivia question.
Go for
You
it.
are asking what team she has been on where she hasn't scored.
What team did Trinity Rodman play on that she did not score? She was on the team and she did not score a bucket. She did not score a goal.
Hey, Dennis.
You got him on speed dial?
Real quick.
You got Dennis on speed dial?
Okay.
Actually, y'all know he lives here.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I know some people that have seen him at Legacy West.
If I come across that now, Worm, you gonna notice him right off top.
Absolutely.
So wait, has Pam been exposed to the worm?
Serge, you say that like it was a bacteria, like it was a virus.
Well, now she ran away, so it's a backstory.
I don't know what y'all. No, never the worm. All right, so look, let's move on real quick. Local life, Coach KT, who you got this week?
All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm the head coach, so I always pull audibles, and it's not going to be a local athlete. Sorry, Miss Gemini Jones.
I'm sorry. You should have discussed that with me. Jimmy. I'm Jimmy today.
This one goes out to Kendra Leger. She's a Canadian track star who went to Iowa State, who just happens to be in love with a Dennis Rodman.
Hey, Kevin, how do you know Kendra?
Well, sir, if you wouldn't have interrupted me, I was about to get to that, but I will answer your question. So be on the lookout for her. You got next. We interviewed her the other day, and her episode will be coming out pretty soon. So shout out to Kendra for being our athlete of the week.
Shout out, Kendra. She cool. She fast too.
Yeah, okay.
I appreciate women that are fast. I never could run.
Not that type. Not the same type of fast as you.
Yep.
Gemini, Jimmy, not that fast. She got.
You must have seen that same video I asked Serge about.
Oh gosh.
All right. Anyway, so do we have a local business? Because if not, I have one.
Well, take it away.
Who you got?
Okay, I am actually, so I will get to this in a second, but for our toast, I couldn't find a martini glass. So this was the next best thing I had, but I have a friend of mine that owns this company called, I don't know if y'all can see this, where's my camera? 17% Drip. And it is a craft beer line, and he has like glasses and glassware, I guess, for beer drinkers and glassware collectors. So shout out to Sean and his line. He gave me this for Christmas. It says 17% drip, and then it says her soul is royalty, which describes me perfectly.
That's actually a fly glass.
Yeah, it is. So it's my substitute. Usually they put beer in this, but I don't drink beer. So this is my substitute martini glass. So clearly my birthday is coming up. I need a set of martini glasses. Katie, where you at? I need a set of martini glasses.
Well, she's in the chat.
Katie, hey boo. All right. So speaking of drinking, I like to blame my habits and how I am by the end of the show on Miss Manhattan, because I feel obligated as a team member and a fellow Power Ranger to participate in the toast and the drink of the week that she has. So this is the Golden Hour Cosmo. And again, should have been in a martini glass. But it is the Ciroc Citrus, summer citrus that we have been featuring all month. It has fresh lime juice, cranberry juice, and it did have my lemon wheel fell off. It wasn't really a wheel. It was like a little wedge.
Lime wheel.
Yeah, lime, that too. So it fell off. So that's okay. And by the end of the show, my drink is usually gone, but that's all right because
it looks like it's almost gone as it is.
And by the way, we received a naughty note from the FCC about your behavior. Your drinking on air. We meant to talk to you about that off air, but we'll clean that up in post show.
Y'all don't send me to rehab. If I disappear for a couple weeks, y'all just know they send me to rehab. So
hey, if the account got a negative in it, it's because B. Jones had to pay that fine for us.
I'm trying to tell you, man. We got eyes on us.
All right, y'all. So it is time for the kickoff question. So, wait, we have to toast to somebody this week.
Yeah, who you toasting to? You gave us a great toast last week, so I've been waiting for the follow-up.
I did.
I got you. KD actually said one in the Instagram. So
okay.
All right, so Nicole Lynn, y'all know she's that black agent. Now she's the new president of football operations of Clutch Sports. So shout out.
Wow.
Got signed today.
Yeah, that's who we are toasting to today, Nicole Lynn.
All right.
I
I forgot mine.
Oh, wait, mine's in the kitchen. Toast to you.
You got a real drink as it is.
I do. Toast to you, Nicole Lynn. We appreciate you. We love you. Girls run the world. Anyway, so kickoff question. Give us 2 players in this upcoming draft that you feel are surefire all pros and why. Okay. So, Serge, who you got first?
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay.
I want you.
All right, thank you. For me, I'm gonna go with, obviously, not to be the obvious, but I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence has been the consensus number 1 pick probably for 2 years, not just this year. He could have probably came out, last year, and he probably would have number one anyway. So I think the leadership, obviously playing big and been pretty consistent. And then I think he'll only get better once he gets to the league with the open space format that the league will be able to operate for him. And then the other one for me, I know there's a lot of controversy going around, and he's been kind of dropping down in the draft stock, I guess, in mock drafts. But I still think like Justin Fields is very much underrated, that he doesn't get appreciated. I think if you just look at his stats last year as well as this past year, even with they obviously had to miss games due to COVID and things like that, so it was hard to have practices and get consistency with your wide receivers and things like that. But he was still able to perform. And, in the biggest games of his careers, for the most part, especially in the college playoffs games, he's pretty much close to being lights out. And so I think that, he had the chip on his shoulder, I think obviously with a lot of doubters and naysayers, but I think he'll be able to prove himself that he should have gone, if not number 2, as at least at the number 3 quarterback in the draft, as opposed to now people are talking about him being like 5th or 6th. So that's where I'm at.
All right. B. Jones?
Y'all gonna get mad at me.
Oh,
But first, before I tell mine, I want to tell y'all this. Y'all remember about 4 episodes ago, maybe 5, where we talked about our favorite sporting events and why the NFL draft was my favorite sporting event. I just wanted to remind the viewers of that. If you didn't check that episode, go check our YouTube page out and go look at some of the chronicles, the archives. But this draft I get super geeked up about this thing, doing mocks all day long, and I'm going to take it to my school, LSU, and I am going to represent my boy, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is once in a lifetime. This dude is the most surefire thing. He's a route runner. You saw what Justin Jefferson did last year in NFL. Well, guess what? Jamar Chase was better than him when they were on the same team. This dude he can moss you. He can back shoulder catch. He got route running. He fast. He went out there on his pro day, ran like a 4.4, 4.3, something ridiculous. This dude is I'm going to go on the limb right now and say he is your Rookie of the Year for this campaign. Maybe Trevor Lawrence gonna get it just because he's the pretty boy, the namesake. But I'm going with Jamar Chase as my number one. Now, my number two. I kind of felt like y'all was gonna go QB heavy and go with the sexy names. I know who Kevin's gonna say, but I'm gonna go with a name that not too many people know about, and that's Jamine Davis, linebacker out of Kentucky. Now, we saw what the NFL looks like when a defense plays lights out, and that last year's defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went on the road, led by none other than Get Line 45, Devin White, which is my guy at LSU. Well, guess what? Devin White is in this draft again, and his name is Jamine Davis. The boy fast, and he only started 11 games in his career, so we are just now seeing what he is capable of. Watch him in the middle of the first round to go between that 15 and that 22 level, but we could be potentially looking at the next Bobby Wagner. That's how big of a pickup this kid is going to be.
All right, I like it.
See how I sold that?
I see. So nobody should be contacting you for the next couple of days because you're gonna be busy with the draft.
Man, it is prom season. I got too much going on, bro. My daughter's everything going on in my daughter's life right now in this month, and it's the NFL draft. So
you'll be all right. So for me, when have you heard of a tight end being a top 10 pick? And y'all know who I'm talking about. B. Jones know this man is a dog.
I know you're talking about that new version of Megatron.
Yeah, who is that by the way, B. Jones? What's his name?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, and where's Kyle Pitts from?
Kevin is trying to make a joke because he plays for Florida. I get it, Kev. Take your shot.
No. I'm not trying to make a joke. I don't know what episode it was, but you were like, man, Kyle Pitts is a dog. And I'm just
100%.
Hey, he's 6'6", 240. People are comparing him to Kellen Winslow. Even though I haven't really saw Kellen Winslow play, I did go back and watch some highlights. He's probably like a better Shannon Sharp to me. So that's what I want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that comparison.
Hey, number two, I got to go with Patrick Surtain, who I hope the Cowboys get this man at 10 because we all know that Alabama cornerbacks, they're battle tested. They have to go against those elite receivers every week. And you put Surtain with Diggs, they probably already got the chemistry from Alabama. And people have been comparing Surtain to Byron Jones. If you don't know, Byron Jones was a former Cowboy who really, he tipped a lot of balls. He never intercepted it, but I mean, he was our best corner. So if he can be an upgrade and a better Byron Jones, hell, I'm all for it.
Can I dispute that last one just a little bit, Kev? I think he's going to be a good player, but when you play in the Alabama defense, dog, I mean, they front four is putting pressure on every single. There's no offensive line that can handle that front four, and I'm one of those believers that say the line is where the NFL is won. Either you got a great offensive line or you got a great defensive line. There is no other way. We saw what the Rams did last year with the great defensive line. Cowboys ain't got that defensive line, homie.
Because you're not here to say no. I said that he's going against Alabama receivers every day.
I feel you on that. I feel you. But what you seen, we ain't seen the footage of him playing against Alabama receivers. We seen the footage in that draft package, and that little mock-up they're gonna have is gonna be with him covering against LSU receivers and Auburn receivers and Florida receivers.
Going against practice. He's going against elite receivers in Alabama. My point.
Only reason I'm signing off on this certain pick is because Diggs came on late last year. So I just feel like when you play on these All-Star games, it's suspect. It's suspect, man.
Well, I think for the Cowboys,
corner is an easily missed position too.
Well, the Cowboys it's a need, right? So it makes sense.
Yeah.
They should pick him if he's there.
We did miss on what's his name, Morris Claiborne. So yeah, you're right.
Hey, Morris still in the NFL too. Yeah, he's still in the NFL, and he actually got a ring with the Kansas City Chiefs, by the way.
By not doing that. Go ahead, Pam.
Just saying. We can't hear you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I have a comment.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Y'all got 1 minute to wrap this up.
We already done.
We done.
Yeah.
All right. So we have rearranged the order of the show. So it is time for the Manhattan Project. But if you didn't notice, which I'm sure you did, KD is not here this evening.
For the second week in a row.
Second week in a row. And I won't be here next week.
I won't be here next week.
Open auditions. We call it.
Hey.
Me and Kev looking for substitute rangers. This is going to be me.
Now, KD will be back next week, though.
Okay.
KD will be back next week. And I'm just going to say, this month is graduation. No, wait, it's not. Graduation is coming up. So I booked a trip for my baby and I to go to New York. So it might be
Congratulations.
sometimes Jim is not here, but I love y'all. I'll be back. Ow.
You know you don't have to book flights on Wednesdays, right?
It's not on Wednesday, but you know,
Thursdays
as
and
a
Tuesdays.
woman, I have to. I mean, even though it's a like 3-4 day trip, I gotta pack.
Nah, I feel you.
You know how that is?
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, so the Manhattan Project, I am doing that this evening. Damn, what's in this Cosmo? All right, so in case you missed the drink of the week, it is called the Golden Hour Cosmo, and it's good. I'm on my second one. It is the
You said golden hour?
yeah, not golden shower, golden hour
Yikes.
Cosmo. It's the summer citrus, cranberry juice, lime juice, and a lime wheel. I don't have the lime wheel, but it's still good. Okay. So now it's time to talk about Last Chance U episode 5. So I will admit that I cheated and I have already completed the whole season. Has anybody else completed it or no? Y'all okay?
I'm rocking. I'm staying true to Sports Life Talk Nation, and I'm doing it week at a time, and it's brutal. It hurts me because I definitely want to take that peek at that next episode, but I'm being patient.
Well, my son lied to me. I asked him, he had already watched it, and we were at my parents' house over the weekend. We had some downtime, and I asked him a question, and he lied to me. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I can just go ahead and finish watching it. And then I looked at him like, you lied. So episode 5, let's get into that.
You know what's funny, Pam? You were asking last week about Malik. I think this is the episode in which you were referring to. Soon as I started watching it, 15 minutes in the show, I was like, this is the episode Pam was talking about. We really exposed Malik and that laziness and being 6'9" and having all that potential and not bringing it up, bringing it to fruition.
Yes. So, Serge, you've watched the episode, right? So, what are your thoughts?
I actually did not get to watch episode 5. I finished
KT, so you watched episode? No, I'm just kidding. KT, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this episode?
I mean, it's kind of a cop-out for Malik's dad to blame himself for that. Because, yes, he should have been in his son's life, but saying that I'm the reason why he's lazy, with you or without you, your son has to know. He has to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And another thing I liked the trip they took.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that trip should have been a couple of episodes ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was kind of late in the season. It's already close to playoff time, and now you're doing it. I mean, I loved it. The guys had a good time. Even Joe got there, had a good time. So yeah, episode 5. I like that one. And then it also talked about the coach. What's the coach name?
Coach Rob.
Mosley?
Coach Rob.
Oh, Coach Rob. Yeah.
So they show him some love too.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you on the timing of the trip, Kev. I think good coaches know at the right time and wouldn't hit the right buttons. And that team only had one loss up to that point. They had won like 20, 24 games in a row, something of that nature. After that trip, they continue to go on. It was after seeing all of these dark stories of Deshaun's death and his mom and Joe's mental issues and KJ, we got into the personal life of all these kids, and we saw the accumulation of stress and just being around each other and having these performance expectations all come to roost, and we saw them kind of falling apart. So John Mosley called in the right play at the right time, and that was to get these guys away from basketball, getting in a friendly environment. It seems like they became very cohesive. But I think the biggest problem with this team is they know they're on TV. They got these microphones wrapped around them, and I think it's hard to get them engaged in the game because they too busy trying to be Showtime and do it for YouTube. I mean, do it for Netflix. But the dark side of Deshaun scares me. The fact that kid lost control and he couldn't get it back, and I don't know if the producers showed it in that light, intentional, because he brought donuts the next day. That was his way of apologizing. But he clearly, man, he has a lot of demons. And Malik has daddy issues. I'm gonna be honest. You said the daddy was blaming himself. I almost, to a certain degree, think that Malik has some unpacked daddy issues that he needs to go out there, because the issue is not how we see Malik. The issue is how Malik sees himself.
Yeah, but just think about it though, Beatrice. I agree with everything you said though. Serge and our dads weren't just in our lives like that. We turned out just fine. So after a while, it has to stop being an excuse and you blaming everybody else. You know,
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm telling you that it's clear cut. He hadn't let that go, and you also got. I'm not trying to to dog y'all, but y'all a little bit older than Malik. Malik is a 19-year-old kid. This boy is still learning. He's still dealing, man. I got a daughter in that at 17 that's 2 years younger than Malik. And I can tell you right now that these are still babies, man. They are still young. They ain't figured it out. They still got Similac on the breath. And I think Malik has a lot to development and a lot of maturation that he has to go through, and he has to see himself. I think it starts with self-esteem. I think Malik needs to believe in himself. Everybody around Malik believes in him, but he doesn't believe in himself, and that's why he doesn't push himself.
I absolutely agree. I see a lot of, I'm sorry, I hate to keep bringing this reference, but I see a lot of Terrence in Malik. Like, his dad was there, but he's not there. Matter of fact, he came over the other day and was, talking to Terrence, and I not one time heard a conversation about, okay, what's next in your life? And it's interesting that I see Malik's dad sitting here watching the games cheering, and I'm like, where you been? Don't try to come in the fourth quarter and overtime or whatever and be, cheering and all this stuff when, but anyway, I think that I think that Malik doesn't realize his potential. And I think that once he finally does see it and realize how big he is and how strong he is and how good he could be, I think that he will be more of a beast. I feel like he still has a young mind. Like you said, he's 19, but I still can see a little bit of immaturity in him.
100%.
Whereas a Deshaun had to quickly kind of be on his own because of his
That's right.
death. You know what I mean? So I think, I can see Malik kind of being a mama's boy, kind of like Terrence, because I'm telling y'all, when she was like, you spending too much money. If that ain't me, matter of fact, my Chase app just went off because he done went to Sonic and spent $10.92. So I'm like, hey,
Hey, Pam, to your point though, Malik living in a frat-like situation. He living with his boys. Deshaun.
Have you seen that apartment?
Yeah, I'm just saying they living like teenagers.
Right.
And Deshaun over there living with a full-grown woman with a house, television, living room, they cooking and stuff. So it's two totally different dynamics. Two questions, and I'll sign off on this. Pam, yes or no? Are we going to be happy at the end of this show?
Absolutely not.
All right, KT, as a head coach, have you seen or do you sign off on the fact that they play these games and then after the game they go lift weights and have practice?
No, that should be on a separate day.
I've never seen anything like that. So is that?
Yeah, that doesn't make.
Yeah, y'all notice they do that? They literally play the game and after the game they go lift weights and practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But hey, one more thing. Malik knows his potential a little bit. And the reason I know this, remember, he was giving Joe all the props saying, hey,
yes,
Joe is this, Joe is that. I'm starting over Joe.
Yep.
So he knows. I don't think we give him enough credit on that, but I do.
But I think the only reason he starts over Joe is because Joe has the issues. If Joe was regular, Joe would be starting over Malik.
I think Joe done turned that corner though.
Yeah, but
I think Joe. I'm feeling good about Joe right now.
Yeah, I love me some Joe, y'all, and I'm always the one that roots for the under. I want to take Joe and be like, "Come here, baby. Let me just go and give you a little hug. Let me give your mama hug."
I'm still John Mosley, still my favorite character. Coach Mosley, that's my guy.
Absolutely, but I feel like if it weren't for Joe's issues, he would be starting over Malik because I feel like I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like in crucial times, Joe steps up when he needs to.
Yeah.
So.
Remember, I said this a couple of episodes ago when Joe was cooking.
Yep, you did.
And he took him out and put Malik back in, which made 0 sense.
Yeah, you're right. You did say that, Cam.
Yeah. So, all right. So that ends the Manhattan Project. So now it is time for Uncut Gems. Now, y'all, I've been drinking. So why did I have to write a little note? Because I wasn't going to remember what my Uncut Gems.
Yeah, can you even see the note? I mean, that's a note.
You wrote that. You remember when you used to take them little notes to cheat on tests back in middle school? I bet you had that little pencil.
Shoot, middle school, college. What you talking about?
I don't know if y'all can see my shirt. It says black mixed with black. Because I get tired of people asking me, what you mix with? Black. And what else?
That's that black. Creole. You probably got some. You probably got some Louisiana somewhere in your bloodline.
I do.
Yep.
I do, but that ain't. I'm still black mixed with black. But anyway, so my question to you guys is this simple question: when someone is giving you a gift, do you prefer that they give you a gift that they know you would like, or like that's your particular style, or something that they like that they want you to have?
Let me see if my wife watching before I answer this one.
Okay, so say B Jones, it's your birthday, and I know you like Jordans, but I like this new pair of Pumas that just came out. So would you prefer me to buy you the Jordans that I know you're gonna like, or the Pumas that I like that I think you might have an outfit to rock?
And you talking about in a relationship, right? Or you talking about just platonic friends, or any dynamic in any relationship? I want to make sure
in a relationship.
Okay, now I think I'm gonna tell you something. In a relationship, and that's one of the beautiful things why I love my wife of 9 years, 10 years. I can't remember how many years it is. That's why I love her so much, because she takes me to places that I've never been before. She's adventurous. Okay. I'm not adventurous. I'll stay in the house all day and probably play the games and watch sports and just chill. But my wife is like, oh, it's a new restaurant. We got to try it. We got to go do this. And because of that, I have expanded my palette and experienced some things that I normally would not have experienced, right? If she just did everything that she knew I loved and I enjoyed, then it would be boring. You get what I'm saying?
No. When I get that, but I'm talking about an actual gift.
I'm talking about gifts, because if she didn't step out and give me that different type of cologne that I didn't wear, that she didn't know if I liked it or not because she likes it, or if she didn't get me the pair of shoes that she likes to see me in, then I would never go buy those, and I would never know that she liked that particular pair of shoes or that particular fragrance or whatever that is. Now, if it's somebody like I'm buying it for the SLT Christmas party, buy something somebody like and you know they like it. Don't go experience with your own personal feelings. Like, you know what, Pam wore yellow on April the 20th, the 23rd show. Maybe she likes a yellow top. No, that ain't the time you go experiment. But if it's somebody you in a relationship with, do you and let your love show through the gift, because they will experience your love through that versus, oh, I knew I wanted that and you got it for me. Thanks. Now, there may be a time where somebody says, hey, I've been looking forward to this, and you get it to them. But I think you should always get a gift that's handcrafted and driven from your own heart and your want place, your come from place.
Okay, Serge?
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't really know how else to really say it any better than what the B. Jones said, because I think at the end of the day, it should always be when somebody is getting you a gift when they probably necessarily don't have to. But if it's obviously an occasion and things like that, then it's a thought that counts. So if you put any thought into it, and just because it's not something that, like B. Jones said, if there wasn't something that if I had the money that I would have even thought about buying that. But hey, I actually like the fact that you actually, take the time and the effort to purchase it for me. And I should be grateful for the gift that I'm receiving, because, it could have been something it was like horrible and terrible or nothing, So yep. I think it's more about the feeling the gratitude towards like being able to receive anything. And I've always been like that. So if I'm going to only speak for me, but I can already see KT wanting to go the other direction.
All right, KT. And I wish KD was here. KD, if you here, enter in the chat. But I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to let KT answer. Go ahead.
No, really, it is a thought that counts. And the fact that your loved one went out of their way to try to get something that they think you would like, then I'm all for it. But with that said, please don't buy me any Pumas. I don't care how fly.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I saw some Pumas that look fly. Yeah, I may be doing a Puma drop real soon.
No, I saw some too, B. Jones, but I'm not rocking Pumas.
J. Cole got a Puma collection. It's some Kyle Kuzma got a Puma. It's some dope Pumas out there, man.
But then Pam is also, your heart into what they may and may not like. So you're taking a chance, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get close to their taste. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
let me ask you this question though, Pam. Huh? If you do give something to somebody and they don't like it, do you, and you chose it, you say this is something I want you to have, do you have the right to have your feelings hurt?
Okay, so let me
because somebody put in the comment is going on eBay, and I mean,
so a conversation came up where someone asked me what my size was.
Now we get to the real story. Here we go.
Come on with it.
Yep.
So,
let me hit mute.
And I was like, okay, why? And it was like, well, I saw something that I would like to see you in. And I was like, okay, well, what is it? Let me tell you something. When it comes to me, I am very particular. I understand a gift is a gift and out of the box and all that. I'm all for that. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to put it on just because you bought it, or I'm not going to fake it just because you bought it. So the question, and so I said, well, send it to me. So I got sent the link and I was like, you thought I was going to wear this? I was like, it wasn't me. It was not me at all. And I felt like I'm glad the question was asked to me first, because if you had bought it, it would have been sitting there and I wouldn't have worn it because I wouldn't have felt comfortable in it. But is that wrong of me? I mean, am I literally just supposed to wear it because you bought it? Or if it's not, and I'm not talking about like a piece of jewelry. I'm talking about like
Can you show us the picture? I need to see it with my own eyes before I can answer.
Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything bad. It just was not me. It was not something that I would personally wear ever.
But how you know you don't like it? You may put it on and feel good and be like, oh, this is nice. I never would have rocked this, but this is nice.
No, but what I did do was send you a website of some stuff that I would wear.
All right, but so let me ask you a question. So how you gonna sit up there and a man, and this is something I know women always say, is that he saw something in another woman and that's why he went, but he told you clearly what he liked at that point and you turned it down. So he telling you, hey, this is the kind of stuff I like to see on women. You couldn't have sacrificed and just rock that for him?
I like to see men in Nikes and he don't wear Nikes.
And boom. Yeah, now that's on him. That's on him.
So you know what I'm saying? So I there are certain things I like too, but I know that that's not you. So I'm not going to put that on you to do.
Yeah, I think the fact that what helped out in the situation is the fact that the person asked, because at least it's an open communication and an open dialogue to get to that next level of wherever the relationship may take you, is to have those type of conversations. So, because until it's a feel out process, because if you just blindly just go get it and then you don't like it, and then I'm upset that you're not wearing it, then clearly we have issues. But the fact that I was able to ask and you gave me an answer, okay, I respect that. And you also, hey, why don't you go ahead and send me, some designs or some particular outfits that you do like to wear and that you would wear. And then, I can base it off of that and get something for you based off of that.
See, that's my thing. When I give gifts that are a combination of the two. Like, for instance, when I gave this particular person a gift, it was something that I knew he would like, but it had my own spin on it. So it wasn't all me saying, here, I like this, put this on. It was something that I've already seen you kind of do, but then I did it and like put my little spin on it. Like, if you've never seen me put a particular outfit on, and let's be clear, don't judge me by how I look on the show, because half the time hair and makeup doesn't make it in time. But
and complained about your budget.
But check me on Instagram. I am like the fashion. So it's going to be hard for somebody to like buy me clothes and stuff, because I am very particular about what I wear. I know what looks good on me. I've had people say, oh, put this on. And I'll be like, girl, that's not for me. I know what looks good on my body. And so I think that people should stay away from clothes. Now, jewelry and stuff like that, yeah, we can do. But anyway, that was
it was an effort though.
Yeah.
I get whoever tried it, I get it.
And I appreciate it. And that's why I sent you other options. Like,
yeah.
Now,
just make sure it ain't from Walmart, right? I mean,
it was not from Walmart. And don't get me wrong, it was expensive. And my thing is, and that was another thing too, it's like, I don't want you to buy this and spend this amount of money and it's just gonna sit there. And it'll be like somebody said at eBay or at the garage sale my mama's having in a couple of weeks. So I'd rather tell you now that no, that's not me.
Hey,
and
Pam.
say, oh, okay, because it wasn't necessarily the outfit, it was the design. It was all the bright colors. Like I wasn't about to do that. Like, but here, let me kind of give you what I do like.
Hey Pam, when you see him on Facebook and it's a young lady with him wearing that article of clothing, that is not his cousin. Okay. that is not his cousin. All right.
B. Jones, I was gonna tell her too. She better start wearing where he.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Pam, if that was Drizzy Drake had sent that to you would have been Wayne. I know that's KD, but if it was your crush, Idris Elba, I don't know, whoever you like.
Oh yeah, I would have had that.
I'm trying to say you would have tried it on, modeled it, you would have cooked in it, walked the dog in it.
Hey Pam, just wear it next time. I don't want to see you rolling the river, Tina. You're gonna whoop your ass because you ain't put that outfit on.
Okay, well let me. I was trying not to put too much of my. I'm trying to make sure he ain't in the chat. I was trying not to put too much of my business out there, but the outfit was for a particular trip, and I knew I wasn't gonna wear that on the trip. First of all, it's too hot to wear that foolishness on the trip because I've been working out. And I'm trying to get fine. So it ain't going to be a whole lot of clothes worn on the trip.
All right.
Hello.
All right. I like it. I roll with you.
Whoa, let's go ahead and move on, Tina.
Eat the cake, anime.
All right. So moving on. I appreciate everybody's input on that question. I don't know if I came to any resolution. I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think you got the answer you wanted, but
I did, but it's okay. It's okay. I didn't get the outfit and I'm good. All right. So it is time for the power surge.
Yes. We are back with a vengeance, starting a new series, obviously. B. Jones, this is, I got to give a shout out to him for bringing up this topic because I know it's something we actually wanted to discuss a couple of weeks ago because ESPN had listed and came out with their rankings that they do every year. They obviously list their top 100 players going into the season, but they also do another list where they rank the top 25 players under the age of 25. Now, I'm not going to go through all 25 players, but what I am going to do is at least name the top 10, and then I'm going to give you my list first of out of that 10, who my 5 would be. So the people that are on the list are Luka, LaMelo, Zion, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Bam Adebayo, and I believe Trae Young was up there too. So for me, I pretty much have everybody on there except for LaMelo Ball because I feel like it's only him being in his rookie year, and he just hasn't played enough games for me to where I can automatically put him up there. Luka, I think for me, it's like a no-brainer that he should be number one on this list because he's actually proven himself, obviously got his team to the playoffs last season. He's got the great highlights, his stats, everything, rookie of the year, all that. And also nobody saw that coming when he came into the league as well. Number 2, Zion, I think it's kind of an easy choice, even though he also obviously, had some injuries and stuff like that in his rookie season. But I think you can see the potential is there. The talent is obviously there, but he's actually got the potential to be, the face of the league type of player, once LeBron, retires or whatnot, and to continue the legacy for 15 years. For me, I got Donovan Mitchell at number 3. And that's because of what he's done in the playoffs, not just in the regular season. Obviously, playing in a small market like Utah, but I think nobody saw this coming out of Louisville as well. He's playing lights out and continues to do so on a great team. And then Devin Booker is number 4 for me. I think offensively, this guy is one of the most gifted scorers probably to ever grace the NBA court. And I think he's just getting started. And now that he has somebody like CP3 to kind of guide him to, help him win, people will now get to really start respecting him and see his growth because he'll actually be in the playoffs and we'll actually get to see him in prime time on the court and on the biggest stage. And Jason Tatum, obviously coming out of Duke, that other school that's up there in, North Carolina. But I think he's also proven himself, being able to be on the Boston Celtics and, being on the Eastern Conference Finals for multiple years already early in his career. and he's getting better and better. And he's obviously somebody that's modeled his game after Kobe, and also he's got that Mamba mentality. And Kobe's gave him his blessings before his passing. So that's my top 5. I had to remove LaMelo Ball out of that list. I had to move up Devin Booker for some strange, weird, odd reason. They had Devin Booker listed at number 8, which I think is pretty ridiculous. But so that's my list, I guess. B. Jones, who's your list?
Man, I'm gonna almost roll with your list. Hey, listen, from an overall perspective, I love your list. I agree with it. This is what I'm gonna say though. I want you to find LaMelo Ball on your piece of paper. I want you to pick it up, and I want you to put him back in the top 5, sir. And let me tell you why. If this list is going to be strictly on potential, and we're going to go strictly off potential, what we saw over from LaMelo Ball in the first stanza of his career was glorious. I mean, we can clearly see if we're going to have a conversation from an upside and potential, basing it off of their age, this guy has taken it. He's given us the platform, or at least the foundation, to rocket into a future Hall of Fame caliber type player. We just take that snippet of his statistics and go against what Zion did in his first half of he played the second half of the year. We look at what Tatum did, and we look at what Spider did, and we look at all these guys. Luka's clear cut on this list, but I can almost build a case for LaMelo Ball over Zion. We don't even know if Zion is going to have the knees, and I love Zion. We don't even know if he's going to have the knees for a 20 or 30-year career. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody out there who's watching is going to say, this is B. Jones just saying something to get knee-jerk reaction, and you're right. But I have been on the LaMelo Ball bandwagon, just like his daddy from the point. We were in Studio A, sir. Do you remember we was in Studio A, and we were talking about with LeVar Ball and his behavior, and I told y'all, I was on out. I said, man, y'all listen, it's a boy. That boy 15 years old right now, 16 years old, but he is going to be the future. He's going to be the best ball to play. And I think LaMelo Ball, his name should be in any kind of conversation. Now, of course, I love Tatum. I love Mitchell. I love Booker. But, I mean, and even the names that we left off the list, like Ben Simmons, Trae Young, Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. It's some dogs out there. Jamal Murray. It is some true dogs out there. But I think when we look at this thing and the smoke clear, the LaMelo Ball name is going to be there for the NBA, a future face.
KT?
I'm going Luka.
Oh, I forgot about Ja. I'm sorry. I forgot about Ja, Zoe. Yeah. Great point. Zoe. Ja on there. Now what I'm saying, man, some thugs on that list.
Yeah, can I get to my 5 though?
But I wanted to shout out the fan. The fans brought a good point.
I saw Zoe. You could have waited till I finished too, though, player. Mine gonna be quick.
Let's hear what you got to say, KT.
I'm going Luka. I'm going Zion. I agree with you, man. LaMelo, he's going to be a problem. I don't care what anybody's saying. What he showed us in the very beginning, he's going to be the truth. I'm going Jamal Murray because when he's healthy and it's a bubble, you know, that he causes some trouble. And I'm going to go off the grid on this one because I know a lot of people weren't thinking about this guy. But when he puts it together, he's going to be nasty. I'm going to go Anthony Edwards.
I like Anthony Edwards.
Everything together,
yeah.
Look out.
Yep, I like it. I'm gonna tell you this top 25. We never really looked at it, but the whole list of 25, man, it's some heat that the NBA got coming up, man. It's some young talent. I mean, we didn't even touch really the highlight. We didn't touch the Jaylen Browns. I mean, there's a lot of players that have some pure potential that could do big things in the NBA.
Yeah, and I think the other big thing is also if I look at the depth of the top 25 and the level of talent, I would say even 5 to 7 years ago, the top 25 list then isn't as deep as it is right now because the guys that are coming out, obviously, you know, LaMelo, like, you know, it's kind of similar to Luka, right? Because Luka came from overseas. We hadn't really seen him play. I still remember that conversation, me and KT, where KT's like, man, I don't know if the Mavs should get him. I'm like, KT, I'm telling you, Luka's going to be I mean, I thought he was going to be good. Even me, I didn't think in my wildest dreams he is going to be this good. And I think LaMelo, you know, going to school route, pulling him out of, you know, obviously his dad pulled him out of school. Then he went overseas. Then he went to obviously Australia, and he went to, you know, in Europe and played over there. And so you didn't get to really see, unless you're a YouTube sensation and you're really just on there just trying to watch highlights, you're not going to get to see it. Like, there's no games on ESPN or anything like that. But once he came in the league, yeah, he's making that input. I guess for me, like, I just wasn't wanting to just give it right to him because he's basically only played about like 35 games. Yeah, the potential is there. Obviously, I think if they put the right pieces around him, because I just don't know how he could truly play with another ball-dominant guard like Terry Rozier. So I think they're going to have to bring in somebody like, imagine, LaMelo with like a Devin Booker. Imagine LaMelo with like a Jason Tatum. Now we're talking like where we can actually be competing right into the playoffs every season, and guys are going to want to come play with me, as in LaMelo Ball, because he's obviously going to be sharing because he don't care about scoring. That's not the top of his. And he's already showing that he's pretty much right there, if not already brother than his brother, in the small stanza, like you said, B. Jones. He's already played. Even though Lonzo, I have to give him credit, he's on the list too. I mean, he's improved a lot since his rookie year. He's shooting 3 or 40%, and he's still a better defensive player than LaMelo. I got to give him that too. So,
I'm not gonna get on Lonzo Ball. Hey, Serge, let's do the top 5 between 26 and 30 next week, dog.
Okay, I'm down with it.
Because I saw some names on that list. I'm like, oh, because I was starting to go through it. It's some good players.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So I zoned out for a second, but it's okay because I'm back. Let's move on to the drop. So who's got music this week?
Well, I will do it just for the sake of doing it. You don't want to talk now, huh, Kevin? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with the coaches guru, sir.
All right, cool. All right, so KD left me some copious notes here. Moneybag Yo said, I thought a nigga said something. And A Gangster's Pain was released this week. Lil Yachty, Michigan Boy Boat. Lil Yachty is weird, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. Yachty is on the spectrum, dog. I know, man. Hey, he has potential, but good grief. Corday, Naomi Osaka's boyfriend,
man,
is dropping another one.
Listen to that.
Just Until
lyrics.
EP.
Yeah, those lyrics are hard.
Yeah.
So I saw a post. Snoop. I don't know if y'all saw this, but Snoop posted, if Tupac was alive, first of all, and got in your car and asked you who's the hottest artist out right now since I passed away, like, who would y'all say?
Let's save that for next week.
Let's save that for next week.
I can't unpack that in 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. So just remember that question. If Tupac got in your car and asked you, since I passed on, who's the hottest artist out there?
I love it.
What would y'all say? So we'll actually, I won't be here next week, but KD, remember to pick that up in the Manhattan Project.
And you just make sure you're watching. All right. So KT.
I'm gonna be on flights.
Get the miles going.
Oh wait, is this a song I get to body roll on? Because apparently my body roll was very popular last week. So let me know. Do I body roll?
Yeah. Go pal. Let that liquor work. Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, Kev, give us the coach's groove, homeboy.
Hey, now I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girl used to frown, say I'm down when I come around. Gas me when they pass me. They used to diss me. Harass me, but now they ask me if they can kiss me.
Hey!
Live your life high. Same song won't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Nice guy. So we lost a pioneer in Shock G. He helped bring us Tupac, and the coach's groove of the week was same song.
Hey,
all around the world, the same.
Let me tell y'all something. Back in 19, even now, actually, well, not.
Don't do it. Don't tell.
Don't
date yourself.
Okay, I won't say nothing. But let me tell y'all something about that Shock G.
Back in 1978.
Pam, you got emotional this week with Shock G passed, didn't you?
He could have got. No, I got emotional when DMX passed.
Wait, finish that. He could have what?
Could have had a drink.
Oh, he did.
All right, man. We're gonna rush through these sneakers.
Like the worm,
We're gonna rush through these sneakers. Today we had a very big drop. It was midweek. I'm sorry, SLT Nation. I should have did a better job of prepping y'all. Kev, let's show everybody what dropped today. We'll run through this. This was the Air Jordan University Blues. Really nice sneaker. I I don't know if anybody had the opportunity to go out there and get it, but a midweek release was just horrible on everybody. Apps was down. It caused pure turmoil. Kev, you can pull it down real quick. Kev, what did you think? Would you try to get it?
Yeah, man, I try to get all the J's that been coming out. I just, man, forget Jordan. I'm sick of him. I'm at
all right. Serge, you like it?
Oh man, I love. Hey, North Carolina blue, can't go wrong with that.
Well, I'm glad everybody like it because hold that sneaker. Oh my goodness. Your boy was back at it again. I got blessed yesterday afternoon. I found out that I won on the Foot Locker raffle. Had to go all the way out there to Mesquite. Got it done at Out of Town Niece. As y'all can see, this is a beautiful shoe. We back at it, SLT Nation. I got a feeling we finna go on a run. Let's do this. Let's put all that brain power together, all of the apps, all of the liking and subscribing. Scoop got him. Scoop scored. Hey, Sub-Zero Zoe got him. Hey, the crew got him. We rocking them. We rocking this thing. Even my cousin, he got a pair of 4.5s. We all got them. All right, but now, if you didn't get this was retailing at $200, but I had a $50 Foot Locker gift card, sir. So if you didn't get these, I got another opportunity for you. If you caught an L on this one, Kev, let's show this week's drop for Saturday afternoon. Ooh. Saturday, we got the Air Jordan 13 Red Flint. At first, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I got the blue Flint, so the regular Flint, so I wasn't going to get this shoe. But, man, y'all know me. I start looking at these shoes, and I start manifesting big things. I don't even need to describe them to y'all. But let's go get them. Foot sites are already taking reservations right now, and I think there's some other raffles on DTLR. We'll talk about it offline, but of course, y'all know this shoe's gonna retail at the typical $190 or $200 price range. So let's get after it, fam. Let's move on. I can't spend a lot of time on it because we gotta hurry up. We got a lot of show left, but that's the drop for this week.
All right, y'all. Make sure you try to cop these shoes. All right, so it is time to move into the OT. We got 3 minutes left.
Let's go fast. Go.
All right. Kim Mulkey to LSU. How y'all feel?
Boom. Hey,
big time.
Y'all gonna see Kim Mulkey.
Big time move.
Y'all gonna see Kim Mulkey down at the club like that right there. She got paid.
Hey, B. Jones finished start watching LSU women's basketball now.
I was already watching LSU women's basketball.
Well, you're gonna be glued to the TV now.
That's right. Kim Mulkey, right. Welcome home, Kim Mulkey.
All right, Casey.
Wait a minute. Kevin, you a little quiet, Kev.
What you feel? Why you?
I hate it for the program because LSU's women program is going to be really good now. But yeah, whatever.
All right, let's go. Next one, KD.
All right, UFC 261. B. Jones Surge. Did it live up to the hype?
I think it did.
Yes, it did. Even though we had some gruesome injuries in the earlier fights, but man, those three, especially the last two fights, Thug Rose is the real deal.
The truth.
And I think Kamaru Usman, if there was any little bit of doubters left or haters left, he just proved to you guys that, hey, he still represented Dallas, Texas too. So I got to obviously give love to him. But Usman came through, shut Masvidal up, and he was talking noise about his hands are kind of soft. Well, he saw that sweat flying in the air and hit his own shoulder as he was getting knocked out. So he was out of there. So shout out to that UFC 261, all the way full to the hype.
Hey, what about that injury on the first guy? That was crazy. He like his leg went numb. I've never seen that ever. A dude's leg just go dead.
It's
all right. One more, Pam. Pick one. One more.
All right. Who has a brighter future, the Knicks or the Suns? I would say the Suns because you're the Suns. Why are you not bright?
Hey, I like that train of logic, but I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to go to Knicks. I think when you look at the Knicks, these two teams are going to be determined by their point guard position. I think Derrick Rose is still a great player, but he's in the yesteryear, and I think Chris Paul is in the yesteryear. But if I had to say right now, if I had to replace one of those, it's going to be more tougher to replace a Chris Paul than it is a Derrick Rose. So what I'm saying is the Knicks have the opportunity to be better, and I also think that they kind of got, for the first time, it's not big time New York. It's like these dudes are blue collar workers. They come to work every day and they grind out wins. And they led by Julius Randle, who probably gonna be in that top 5, 26-30 next week. So
it's the Knicks. Just short and sweet. It's the Knicks.
It is the Knicks, and I'll say one thing, and I was going to say it the last couple of weeks, but since we don't really ever talk about the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau is a coach. He's doing a great job, but I will say the one negative thing about Tom Thibodeau is like he plays his players to the ground. And so don't be shocked if y'all see between now and the end of the season or in the playoffs or next season, if one of their star players, whether it be RJ Barrett, Randall, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. But if some serious injury happens from overplaying, I could see it happening because that, you know, it happened to Derrick Rose and it was like a trickle down effect with Noah and all these other guys always on the Bulls in his heyday. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Tom Thibodeau need to chill out on that one. Knicks got a chance. I know, KD. I feel you. If I had to pick one, I got to go with the Knicks, man. I do think that Suns is a nice team. They got a nice core foundation. They even got some depth on that team too.
So it's a little easier to.
That's true. That's
compete.
true too. The East is a different path. That's right, sir.
All right, so B Jones, it is that time. It
Yeah.
is time for the yeet.
Sir, stretch him out. Man, listen, I tell y'all stories of unknown people all the time. I tell y'all stories of small things, but let's just remember the yeet is about giving extraordinary their roles. And this past week, actually, throughout the course of the month of April, we saw a phenomenal superstar rise to the occasion and do something that we've never seen before. And honestly, the month of April ain't over. He could continue to do that. Turn on your TV, go watch the Golden State Warriors, and let me introduce you to Steph Curry, who has clearly established himself as the greatest shooter of all time. As of when I wrote this, he was at 85 threes in the month of April, breaking James Harden's record of 82. Since then, he dropped 6 more threes last night against the Mavericks in a losing effort, and he has another game that's going to be played on I think Friday night before the end of the month. And I mean, this dude could potentially hit another 5 to 6 threes and set the record in the overdrive. Let me put it in perspective to you guys. Steph Curry has been crossing the half court line, picking up the ball, shooting shots at a marksman type accuracy. And literally, if the ball leaves his hands, he's either 52% from around the court and 47% behind the arc. That's about a 50% chance that if Steph shoots, he scores. I'm surprised when the ball doesn't go in. Steph Curry, you're doing something we've never seen before. You're playing on a team that you took that team and propelled them back, even though they not where they need to be. And for that, you showed determination, you showed excellence and an extraordinary shot. And you, sir, you deserve the yeet.
That's a bad man.
All right. I forgot I was on mute, but all right then, y'all. You know what? We might not break any rules this week.
We still a little bit over. We all right.
Hey, my show is on there in the background. I see.
Law and Order?
No, Queen of the South.
Oh, it was Law and Order. I don't watch Queen of the South. I'm sorry.
Right there.
I heard that Queen of the South good though. I might watch it.
Good show.
Yeah, I heard that too. All right, y'all. So that ends our show for this evening. We are going to go into the 2-minute warning. Do you guys have any shout outs this week? KT, who you shouting out this week? You've been real quiet tonight. I don't think I like that. You ain't even cracked on me one time. Like, what's wrong?
He been under the weather. He ain't want to tell everybody.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll do better when you eventually come back. All right, so the NFL draft is tomorrow, so we got a chance to interview like Riley Cole, Carl Tucker Jr., Jimmy Morrissey, Justin Henderson, Colin Granson, Trishan Hodge, HBCU players, Rico Kennedy, James Bryant, Monte Westbrook, CJ Anderson Jr., and want to wish him good luck through this whole process.
Absolutely.
Yeah, them boys, hey, every last one of those stories are phenomenal. And I think y'all should go check us out on YouTube. What we brought to you guys is content that it can't be duplicated. I promise you, it's well worth to listen while you're working out, while you're sitting at your desk doing your paperwork, whatever you're doing, riding in your car. Go check out the You Got Next series.
I need to start coming at this. You Got Next. All right, Serge, who you shouting out?
I'm actually going to give a shout out to myself. I'm going to give a shout out to my wife. Because this year around Thanksgiving time, we'll be adding a 4th member to the family.
Oh! Serge got that yeet of the week. Serge,
you had to tell us.
That was the cool news I had to tell y'all.
Congratulations, Serge, man.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, I was like, hey, KT got 2, man. I got to go for the 2 as well. So
I just got one.
Yeah.
But can I put in a request for a girl?
I've already put that in a long time
Okay.
ago. Don't worry.
All right, great. Well,
All right.
congrats.
That is awesome.
Serge.
That
you.
boy dropped the
Appreciate
bomb on us. Wow.
Hey, I said I'm
Don't
going to
do it.
tell y'all some news next week. Tune in.
You
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, that's congratulations to you both. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for y'all.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
y'all
Serge.
ain't gonna get no
Hey, all
sleep.
glory to the man upstairs, though. Without him, nothing's possible. So.
Absolutely. I mean, who else wants to shout out now? I mean, you just killed. I should have saved
I'm
you for
glad I
last.
went first. That's what I mean.
Hey, you can just shout me out. It's cool, you know.
All right. B. Jones, who you got?
Well, Serge already told y'all. I got to give a shout out to Thug Rose Namajunas, and she went out there and won back a belt. It was the first time in history a woman ever did that. She beat Zhang Weili, who was a beast in all mine. Like my wife was asking me, babe, who are you going for? And my head was telling me Zhang, and my heart was telling me Thug Rose. And Thug, hey, she shocked the world with that one. And I want to give it. Yeah, I'm the best. It was just a great story. Man, she gave me like the hairs on my arms rising when she took that belt. But and then I also want to shout out to Marshall Faulk. Kev and I had the pleasure to meet a lot of these HBCU guys, and the fact that this movement has happened, Marshall Faulk has put his name in the hat for Southern University, and that would be tremendous for the state of Louisiana to get Marshall Faulk back home. So I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping that this HBCU movement.
All right, and I would like to shout out my boo, my bae, my favorite, Katie.
I was about to say, you just dogged the man out. You just dogged the man out about an outfit for 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
That was a different person.
Good setup.
Shout out
Good
to
setup.
KD for doing her thing, passing her test. You are amazing, girl. You got this. And you will be holding it. Girl, look, stop putting these damn drinks on here, because by the end of the show, I'm like lit. And my words.
Yeah, because you ain't put the drink down. I just got a text message saying Jim ain't put the drink down the whole show.
Well, you know you gotta hold it glass cute. You gotta hold it cute. Yeah, look. So anyway, shout out to KD. You got me next week. You gotta hold it down. You gotta come with a good Uncut Gems question. I would be on the show, but I'll be at the airport. Vegas, here I come. But don't get it twisted. Vegas anyway. All right then. So thank you guys for joining us this evening. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Follow us all, and as well as Sports Life Talk on all of our
social media.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Summer Citrus. That's the Rock Summer Citrus.
FCC.
We love y'all. We appreciate you guys' support. Shout out to all of our constant followers. Katie, Dammit, Zoe, Aaron. Coach is not here tonight, but he's usually here with us.
Daryl. Yeah,
everybody.
Daryl, Core. Yeah, we love y'all, man. Hey, the movement is coming. I'm telling y'all.
Yes.
This thing is it's about to happen. Just buckle up, because this ride is about to get
back
real.
Out here in these streets, and we're about to start being out here and doing things, and we want y'all to come join us. Oh Lord, I know.
Intro, outro.
Bye.
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a giant in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe, she clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist, when I get it, you already know the vibe, it's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in them, in the yo into the air, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she wanna vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippe's. Big dog since a gin, know I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. But boy and girl funny how the 2 mix. So I got them uptight, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on it. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying no Gucci or Prada. That she my man and it's proof for her solid. Drip the finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand.